I was just watching Braden Point's 8 goals this postseason before this Isles and Tampa Bay game starts, man. And whew, are we gonna jump into this one right now? Because I'll give my prediction after seeing that.
Yeah.
Before the game starts, so that we can be
Yeah,
biased in our predictions.
Yeah.
Vassie's getting some shots right now, so I'm gonna jump out there with my prediction in this series. Um, Personally, I really want the Islanders to win because that barn has just been an absolute like it's called the Coliseum. It's a like historic arena for the Islanders. They've won a bunch of cups there and everything, and it's just fucking electric compared to the Barclays Center where it was just not a hockey arena from through and through. Islanders getting a nice new arena and everything, but man, the Coliseum and the nickname and everything, they are ruthless to the teams against them. I want to see them win, but I'm thinking Tampa Bay, man. They run it back and either win the cup or release in the finals again because their team hasn't really changed that much. If anything, they got a little bit better in my opinion. They look great this postseason. The guys that are like the key players in that system know how to win a cup now, so they know what it takes to get it done. They've all done it before, and they're just pretty much a year more with experience. So I'm thinking Tampa Bay runs away with this one in the end, but I think it's going to be a close one. 4-3 Tampa Bay. And pretty much all the series between the Islanders and just in general, a lot of the series, in my opinion, this year have been great for hockey with just how electric they have been in the stadiums and everything with like fans in the buildings being back. Something like great to see because it really spreads the hockey culture and just grows the game. Because a lot of people in the States kind of down south think it's a joke sport. So it's good to see it grow in those markets and everything. So yeah. 4-3 Tampa.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know. It's I'm kind of in the same boat as Kurt. Like I'd really want the Islanders to win because I think it would be awesome just for the sport to see, a team like the Islanders go on, and because I personally think it would be awesome to see Matt Barzal have success and to see him come alive in the second round like I called him out to do. And he actually started performing on a superstar level. Like he was almost scoring every single, like, you know what? Just quickly, Matt Barzal getting paid, I don't know how much, but not a whole lot. Taylor Hall wanting fucking, oh, I want $9 million because I'm so good and I'm trying to find my home. I'm so good. But when it comes to the playoffs, oh, I don't know what to do. I had 2 points in 10 playoff games and one was an empty net goal. Like, fuck you, buddy.
Best players, brother. Don't even fucking get
What's
me.
that?
Taylor Hall was one of Boston's best players, dude.
That is like the farthest thing from the truth. It was David Pastrnak and Brad Marchand and Patrice Bergeron every game doing all the work, and that was 100% the truth. I have not heard a single person so far been like, oh, you know what, Taylor Hall actually did really well in the playoffs. I think he deserves $8 or $9 million in Boston. Like this guy is like he's starting to fall into the category of being like a third line center at this point. Like
ridiculous. That's ridiculous, dude. Fucking put away your crack pipe.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just until I see him start to actually do anything in the postseason, he's delegitimized, like in my eyes.
Taylor Hall created so many chances on that second line. He added a second line threat to a Boston team that was all one line. We were singing his praises after that first round win against Washington, and he put in the playoff work rate. He fought. He did so much more than just the skill shit. And he revitalized David Krejci, who was absolute garbage for the first half of this season. I completely disagree there, but I do agree that Matt Barzal, top 15 player in the league, heard it here first.
Derek Carr.
Matt Barzal is absolutely buzzing. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough. What was your actual prediction there, Colton?
Oh yeah, true. I could make the argument saying that Matt Barzal's like top 10 if he continues this kind of play. Like he scored at least once in the last like 3 games.
sure you called me crazy for saying this last year.
Well, yeah, but times have changed. Like, guys get better over time and shit. Guys get worse.
Yeah.
You know, not to say any names, but I think we know who. You know what? Just to go against Curtis's prediction, because it seemed
Yeah,
to
it's
work for
always
me
like
in the
that.
first round.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 4-3 Islanders. I think it's gonna go seven games, 100%. They can't get blanked like they did last year. Well, no. What did it go last year? Does anybody know?
I want to say 4-1, but it might have been 4-2.
Yeah, I had a feeling like it was like it. The score didn't look close, but the games were like fairly close. So I'm gonna say 4-3.
All right. I mean, I think you guys hit the nail on the head here. I mean, I don't think I don't know. Maybe it's just us, but nobody I feel like really wants to see Tampa win.
Yeah.
They're just too much of a wagon at this point. It's like ridiculous. Um, Having said that, I mean, you look at the Islanders. Obviously, they've improved just year over year without the addition of players. But they have added Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac, which are two big names offensively. So, I mean, it's that compared to Tampa Bay, who's added David Savard, and you can't forget Steven Stamkos did not play in any of that series last year. So,
Oh yeah, true.
for me, it's kind of like like if you take those two additions on both teams, which team improved more? And I feel like I'm taking Savard and Stamkos over Palmieri and Zajac every day of the week. Obviously, I think in that time, the Islanders have improved more as a team than Tampa has. I don't know if it's going to be enough to make up the difference, though. And I got some stats for this one because there's some pretty shocking stats. If you look at like the analytics stuff, the Islanders come into this series having only a 46% expected goal share and a 42% Corsi, which is like if that were regular season, that's like bottom of the league numbers.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've been able to pull these out, they've been getting good goaltending and being able to score very opportunistically. I don't think that's going to cut it against a Tampa team. You're not going to get many bad goals against Vasilevsky. And I feel like you're not going to be able to give up the chances they've been giving up a team that can score as well as Tampa Bay. And the big thing for me, which I was actually really surprised by, the Islanders' penalty kill is operating at 60%, which is fucking disastrous. Dude.
Oh, wow.
With Tampa Bay's power play above 40% and the Islanders right around 60, I feel like that gives Tampa Bay such a massive edge. And like we've seen, you mentioned, like a lot of Kucherov's points are on the power play. And the power play probably won Tampa Bay the Carolina series. Like the Islanders are going to have to fix that because otherwise you basically can't take penalties.
Yeah.
You know? Like they did a good job of staying out of the box against Boston, who also have a great power play, but Tampa's on another level, and I feel like they play a game that's more difficult to play clean hockey against. It's difficult to not take penalties against them, so I got to give Tampa the edge here. I'm going to go with the easy score. I got to go 4-2. Just because I feel like once it goes 3-2, they're going to win game 6 in Nassau Coliseum and fucking send the fans packing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Islanders can play like clean, because Bruce Cassidy even said in the last season or the last series, he said in the media that, you know, the refs were calling stuff on them that, you know, like the refs were calling stuff on Boston that they weren't calling on the Islanders. So and then it was funny because they asked Barry Trotz during his media session, and they were like, well, what do you have to say about Bruce Cassidy complaining about your team not getting called because they're quote unquote like the most disciplined team in hockey? And he was like, I don't know, ask him what he means by that. I don't know what, like, essentially the most clean answer that you can get as a coach. But I looked it up too. They are the second, they've taken the second least penalties in the league throughout the regular season. So if they can keep that clean style hockey and maybe like not even neutralize the power play, but like completely make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's a problem solved right there. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is going to be a key, massive key.
Yeah.
Because, like, man, that 8-goal second period, Tampa was 3 for 3 on the power play. That's the game right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.